What's going on, patrons? Wanted to do this video real quick. I did get that box in from BBTS with a couple Planet X figures and, of course, the last New Age figure I needed to finish up, or actually do the review for those guys. Also, got this Blue Boy finished, so I'll be reviewing that as well. So now I've got stuff to do. But what I wanted to do real quick is an out-the-box reaction, more or less, for Planet X Pluto, and it's their version of Fall of Cybertron. Almost said Magneto. Megatron. Funny enough, it came with a spare joint of some sort from BBTS. Replacement joints. I can't tell. It looks like a shoulder joint. Just doing a quick peek online, I saw that at some point people were complaining about earlier generations having shoulder joint issues, like they were the same joint instead of mirrored, and maybe that caused issues. It does have ratchets and stuff, so it could be that. So I'm going to open it up. Cool thing is the box looks pretty neat, so old school Planet X stuff. So chest on there, arm on the side, back on the back. Pretty cool. Seemingly the newer Planet X figures get away from this design, which kind of sucks. I actually really do dig this. So, and the thing is, these are new. So that's unlike the last couple Planet X things where they clearly been sitting around and moldy inside the boxes. I don't think these are. So, you got the instructions. You got character card. I'm sure the instructions are garbage. I'll just watch a video. Normally, Planet X's kind of get you about 90% of the way, and then they kind of have to intuit the rest. Here, I'm going to tilt down so we can see a little bit better here. Normal foam situation. And there he is. They always come in bot mode. And what's cool is, like, he doesn't have a ton of extra stuff, it looks like. Oh, he looks cool. Okay, so there he is. All his little bits and pieces and stuff like that. So he's got spikes all over him. Here's his big old fusion cannon. Okay, so this answers one of my questions I always had about him. It always looked like that was going to be an LED, and I think at one point it was supposed to be, because the similarity between the tip of this gun and the LEDs that go into Triptychon are very similar. I gotta wonder if like it can go in there, but it does look like you could do that. I mean, it has, for some reason, it even has a translucent handle. Ow, that is super pointy sword here. Be careful with that. Little Dark Star saber action. A little bit of purple paint. Ever so slightly there. Now, mind you, this is after they've changed factories a couple times, so I expect the paint to be slightly better. So purple paint, red paint, and then just gray plastic on the fusion cannon. As for the figure, he's a little wonky. Oh my god, these ankles. Look at this. Holy shit, is he ever supposed to stand like that? Like, that foot is completely loose. Like, what even is that? Holy shit, like, how is he supposed to stand like that? You got things on ball joints. Okay, so let me have a quick look here. I don't know. It might not be a shoulder joint. I don't think so. Maybe it's a hip joint. Does look like a hip joint. So why would they include that? That's strange. I couldn't find any answers online, but it's definitely a hip joint. I guess people were breaking them, so they just started including them. Okay, so let's see here. This more than likely comes up to here, if I had to guess. None of that has anything to say about it. Okay, here we go. So tab that in there. Okay, yeah. So we don't want these flopping about. So we tab these in somehow. But yeah, okay, I see what the complaints were. Talking about the arms are both left arms. Yeah, they only do one mold and repeat it. So screw holes on one side, not on the other. So that's the complaint people were having. And you know what? That's cheap of them. I agree. But I can also live with it. I don't know why they painted this like a not great gray. Okay, so I think my biggest complaint, at least at the moment, is how loose these fucking feet are. Oh my god. There's some crud down here. And then there's this weird ball joint thing happening back here on the back of the leg, like right here. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to be doing, but I know what it is doing is keeping the foot from staying in any one spot. But yeah, this is absurdly loose. Some bad paint runs right there. I will say I'm glad I got him on discount. So BBTS was having a Planet X discount sale. That's where I picked him and Ultra Magnus up for significantly less than usual. But I mean, overall, he's actually pretty good. I can't get to Prime at the moment. He's over here. But yeah, the shoulder screw holes are absolutely egregious. I wonder if that's what some of the bits here are. Oh, you know what? They give you screw hole covers. That's the first time I've seen that from Planet X. At least in this context. Like, they've done screw hole covers before, but not like this. So, let me see here. By the way, it smells greatly of paint fumes in here. I was painting earlier. I wonder if they give you a couple red screw holes for those. Okay, so this little D-shaped guy is going to go right here. You know what? Like, I give him a lot of credit. I bet the first run did not come with anything like this. And it does look like there might be two sets. Oh, those are for the forearms. Cool, cool. They do give you enough. Actually, looks like they give you extra. Okay, so let me pull this out of here. So they're not spikes. I mean, some of these are spikes for sure, but that's not what those things were. Okay. So they give you screw hole covers for the arms. Oh, and yeah, the chest is one of the other major complaints, that it doesn't tab into place on anything. I get it. And I love somebody else is like, man, they couldn't plug these at the factory. No, they would have to pay somebody. And I get at this point, we're just looking at me doing this. Now there are two other smaller. These look like purposeful ones, like that they used to do when they come on a sprue like this. So that's going to take some figuring out exactly where those go. Okay, I see one is... Okay, so these are meant for the legs. Nice, okay. Like I said, lots of credit now. So some of the complaints are getting filled. Now, I don't understand why there's an extra hip joint. Hoping I don't have to find out why there's an extra hip joint. This is replacement part, so I'm guessing people have broken their hips in the past, assuming the ratchets were probably too tight or something like that. Okay, so once again, these shoulders are the same side to side, so plugging in those bits. I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to lose these little tiny things. So this is, honestly, I have been wanting this figure for so long. I don't want to say I'm going to be forgiving of some of their mistakes just for the fact that I finally have it. That's absurd. I would never go that far, I don't think. Okay, so this I assume goes here. But I have wanted this figure for a long time. And it took them way too long. Like, the fact that Optimus came out a long time ago, you know, is kind of sad. And those ratchets are soft in the legs. So Optimus was there. Let's see who was first. So Optimus was like the fourth the fourth figure, I believe. So there was Asclepius. I have most of them. I should know this by now. I think a good chunk of the Dinobots came out before Optimus. Oh, technically speaking, Omega Supreme was their first figure. I still, to this day, would love to get one of those. But man, they're expensive. Even on sale, like they're only able to mark it down so much without them just losing a ton of money. But I would love to get my hands on one of their Omegas, just because it was their first thing. It was so well done. Okay. So that's cool. Okay, so the other filler pieces they give you are for the forearms right there. So let's see here. Then again, I mean, maybe one of the things, because when I looked it up on the forums, one of the guys was complaining, and then he said, never mind. I think I'm stupid. They're screw hole covers. Okay, so I think all of these spiky doos go on the back, where all the holes are. I should just turn the camera. Instead of doing this the dumb way, I'm just going to turn the camera here. Okay. Ah, almost lost it. That time I did. Okay, so I assume it goes this way. Are they different sizes? Oh, no, I got it. And once again, I don't think there's anything in the there's never been anything in the instructions for these. Like one of the Dinobots, I believe it was Snarl, came with screw hole covers, and they didn't tell you anything. They're just like, yeah, they go places. You want to be a little bit more informative? No? Okay, yeah, so these are different sizes. That was a lucky guess. So those stick out a bit more. From what I can tell. And let's see. Not the easiest thing in the world to push in, but I got it. But yeah, these feet are useless. He's kind of just standing on his heels, more or less. Now I gotta think here. I bet these arms are also identical and flip-flopped. Not mirrored. Although they might be. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so one went in there, and the other one is on the floor somewhere. There it is. Looks like a tiny stick of lipstick here. Just kind of funny in its own right. But I appreciate that. That paint on that one is not great. Okay. So I can actually drop the shoulders down a little bit. Let me see here. Like the Meg's cannon, as it were. Will that just clip onto the arm, or does it need the peg? Okay, it needs the peg. Oof. I gotta turn the fan back on. That paint is strong. Can you see? I'm in the right spot. There we go. There we go. So Meg's is a big fusion cannon. Let's see here. I bet he's got 3 different size spikes. That's what it looks like. Looks like I got 3 different size holes. Or maybe 2 are different. Maybe the same size. I'm just crazy. They look identical. Let's find out. Worst case scenario, I gotta pull it back out, right? Okay, there's that one. And yeah, these are super sharp. Okay. Yeah, I guess as far as I can tell, they're all exactly the same. Okay. Note to my past self, start at the top and work your way down. It'd be way easier. Also, not the best paint job in the world trying to paint that metallic silver over the clear purple. But still pretty good. Ah! Getting good at dropping stuff. Yeah, there we go. Big purpley spikes. Don't think I can see anything now. There we go. So yeah, there's Megs. Can lift that up, and he's got kind of a dark thing in the chest. And yeah, it was a design issue that just flat out does not peg in. He has this huge hole right here. In fact, there's a thing there you would think would plug in. Also would have been cool to incorporate a light up gimmick, considering all of this translucent. But I do think he's used the translucent to the best when it comes to one of the smaller figures. So like these big strips here are translucent over like a silver base. That's pretty cool. But I needed to build out my Decepticons. I still want to get the Insecticons. So basically, it's just him, the Seekers, the Insecticons, and Apocalypse are the only ones, or rather Trypticon. Those are the only Decepticons in this line. They didn't do anybody else. They've still got Shockwave, Soundwave they can do, and then just like generic if they're going to go there. But they need to give us a Shockwave, considering he's the one who created the Dinobots. They kind of need to do that, but Fusion Cannon is pretty cool. I'll transform him and stuff in my own time. Let's see, how does he hold this sword? Which, by the way, once again, pointy. Non-American safety standards on this guy. Does it come off the hilt? No. Because you gotta tab it or get it past the thumb. There we go. So, there we go. There's Megs all in the thing. So, thanks for watching. He's cool, but super loose. I mean, the soft ratchets in the elbows are so damn limp. I don't know what good he's gonna do, but he's a neat version. I kind of wish they'd painted him silver, but it is what it is. The other thing is, I forget if this is the war or fall version. I have to double check. Well, maybe the problem is that the teeth are off by a notch on the hips. Interesting. But the feet aren't great. The paint is just okay. I like that I got screw covers. So there's my initial out-of-the-box review of the Planet X Pluto, or War for War or Fall of Cybertron Megatron. I think this is Fall. I have to double check. One of them had like a big red arm and stuff, and their alt modes are pretty similar. I do wish there was a forum rotation. I'll just have to live with it as it is. I'll see you guys later. Remember, as always, to keep on nerding.